world of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! Welcome back as our coverage tonight continues. After a couple of games of rugby union, we're back to the NRL, back to what made the channel big, I suppose. Welcome along there, Quentin, Paul, proud Werra boys, Gamer Mel, Dolphins. Scroll back up the chat room a little bit here. Robert M. Quentin Paul, I think I said already, didn't I? Yes, I did. Quentin, UFC Only Fans, the James. Welcome along, Gamer Boy 210. Ahoy there. Welcome along, everybody, for the coverage of the Rabbitohs versus Manly as we're back into NRL action after a couple of games of rugby that have been disappointing, I've got to say, to be perfectly honest. Disappointing in that it was domination from start to finish from one team. I have never seen, not in a long while anyway, a Super Rugby final that was just so dominant from start to finish. The Blues, worthy winners over the Chiefs, racking up a solid 68% possession and 73% territorial advantage across the 80 minutes of rugby. Absolutely insane, the domination that was on display there in the Super Rugby final. The Blues, your Super Rugby 2024 champions. But over in the land of NRL, we've seen the Titans. Yes, you heard me correctly. The Titans put on a display and a half, defeating the Warriors 66 points to 6. Put a line through the Warriors, they're done. The Warriors are done for season 2024. No team, of course, for those in the know, no team has gone on and won a premiership in recent history anyway. In the modern era, no team has gone on and won the premiership after having 50 points put on them during the regular season. And for the Warriors, that was just a massive, massive loss. Zastavelli, ahoy there, mate. And the Bulldogs, of course, earlier got beaten quite comprehensively by the Roosters, but we expected that to happen, honestly, didn't we? We expected that to happen. The Bulldogs, I predicted that they just wouldn't be able to overcome the loss of Stephen Crichton. Stephen Crichton is such an important cog in that Bulldogs machine. And without him, obviously away for Origin duty, I thought it was a bridge too far. Roosters, as I anticipated, pretty dominant there. And in this one, I'm expecting pretty much the same, to be honest. I'll be shocked if this is a close game. I really do think that Souths will win this. And it'll be a little bit of a smashing because Manly without Cherry Evans, Manly without Holy Moly Olakawatu, Manly without Jake Trbojevic, all three on Origin duty, and compounding that, Ruben Garrick on mandatory HIA stand down and Paseka out as well. Whereas for the Bunnies, they're only missing Cameron Murray and Latrell Mitchell. Now, I say only, I don't mean to be dismissive as to how crucial Latrell and Cameron Murray are to the Bunnies team, but I'm just saying comparatively, 5 out for the Manly side, 2 out for the Bunnies. Do the math. Ollie is the best. Ahoy there. You're sad the Chiefs lost, as your girlfriend, Jacayla, is from Hamilton, or both of you are from Hamilton. Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing. It really was. I thought the Chiefs, I expected the Blues to win. I was cheering for the Chiefs. I expected the Blues to win. I didn't expect the Blues to win by about 40 points, though, to be perfectly honest. As we're underway in this one, Souths Manly NRL round 16. Underway, and it is Jack Whiten who takes the kickoff. Malcolm says, anyone see the embarrassing Warriors? Yes, it's been a hot topic of conversation about how we can put a line through the Warriors for season 2024. I mean, honestly, put a line through them. Legitimate line through the Warrior for season 2024. If anyone didn't already. The kick, too deep. And this is a 7-tackle set early here for the Manly side. Roosterman says something stinks at the Warriors. DJ Shack asks, have I seen the ASDF movie series on YouTube? Not sure what that is, to be honest. DJ Shack. UFC says it's no exaggeration. They really did need that 2 points. Of course, like if you're going through the 2024 season draw and you're a team like the Warriors, and not just the Warriors, but we're using the Warriors as an example. If you're lining up your season, planning your season as much as you can plan anything in rugby league, yes? If you're planning your season, you're looking at the draw, if you're the Warriors, and you're looking at that Titans game as pretty much a guaranteed 2 points. And honestly, maybe that was the problem. That could be the problem for the bunny, not for the bunnies, sorry. That could be the problem for the Warriors. Maybe they did go into it a little too lackadaisical. Maybe they thought it was all going to be easy for them. So perhaps my little mindset there is part and parcel with the problem that they experienced today, going out just expecting things to happen. I don't know, I didn't see the game because I was calling the rugby union, but wow, what an absolute schmozzling. Captain's challenge here from Manly, challenging the call of knock-on against Hopewade. It does look like he got hands on the ball. And Manly, this is risky stuff. They've thrown their challenge out there early, and it's unsuccessful. And there goes their captain's challenge inside the first 2 minutes. That was a bold call. Cat Lego, ahoy there. A very good morning indeed. Goofy Edits, ahoy. How fantastic is it to have somebody in the chat room with the username Goofy, considering we've got the Waste of Water Sports Goof t-shirts? UFC asks, what do I think are the key reasons they failed to back up their impressive 2023 form? Well, I think 2023 was unexpected, UFC, to be honest. I think 2023 was out of the ordinary. They went above and beyond. Look, I don't think that the Warriors are 66 points to 6 against the Titans bad. But I think last year was a blip on the radar. They went above and beyond. Back and forth here, both teams trading sets. Fifth and last, Brooks puts the ball high. Pressure on the bunnies at the back. They've spilled the ball. A result here for Manly? No, it's a penalty. Penalty to the Rabbitohs. Stephanie, stay funny, Steph. Ahoy. How are you going there? Well, Robert M has asked how I think the Bunnies will go with the news that Damien Cook's going to the Dragons. I don't think they were particularly happy with Damien Cook. Anyway, to be honest, Robert, I feel like it's safe to say, especially since Damien didn't even enter into anybody's State of Origin conversations this year as to how far he's sort of dropped off. And I think that this new contract could actually bring him to life a little bit. I feel like, as much as it might sound ridiculous, that a player who's leaving is going to elevate in performance for the club that he's currently at. But I feel like that this new contract could just be the spark. Could be the spark that brings him to life. And we could see a very, very successful back end of the season for Damien Cook, as I'm anticipating a successful back end of the season for the Rabbitohs. I mean, a change is as good as a holiday, as they say. So I think he can't drop off, pretty much. There's no reason to drop off in terms of form and whatever else. So he's got to keep playing to the best of his abilities, does Damien Cook, because you can't just walk into a new contract and expect to get the start, if you know what I mean. He's got to keep playing well and prove his value. Michelle says it's always tough when a player does it mid-season, but it could spark him. Could put him on the outer with the players and the club flails because of it. But I think everybody understands. I think, honestly, in the professional era, everybody understands that players jump around from team to team. So I don't necessarily think that'll be a problem. And it's not like he did it dodgily as well. Like, if a player jumps ship in a dodgy fashion, then I can understand that might put them on the outer. But don't think he did anything wrong, really, Damien Cook. Is there an echo in here? Is there an echo in the chat room? How was it not dodgy? Because he got approached by another club and he accepted UFC. I mean, that's as straightforward as it gets, mate. Dodgy was what David Fafita did. Manly with the kick. Pressuring the Rabbitohs at the back. Keeping the ball alive on the fifth and last. They're a couple of meters out. And Cody Walker makes the tackle on the fifth and last. And the Bunnies will have the ball. Both teams for this opening 7 minutes just trading sets. It's been a pretty solid start for both teams. Nobody really presented with an opportunity just at the moment. From dummy half, there goes Damien Cook. Earning a penalty. Great vision there. Lyrics, ahoy, mate. Jack Whiten will put this into touch up over the halfway line. Rabbitohs, their first real raid into Manly territory. 30 out from the line here. Kepi rumbles forward. 20 out from the line. Chance now for the Rabbitohs. Here's Damien Cook on tackle 3. Short side they go. Walker, flat pass. Running off the hip there was Cheekham. They stay on the short side from dummy half rather. Straight up to Richie Kenner, and Richie Kenner's over. And we get the first tick off our multi and the first try of the night. Richie Kenner, have yourself a beer, sir. Enjoy that beer, Richie Kenner. A tick off the multi, nice and early. And the Rabbitohs lead 4-0 with the kick to come. Try assist for Damien Cook. Read that perfectly. He could have gone out the back, but he went flat straight off the hip to Richie Kenner. And Richie Kenner's done his part of the job, holding the ball and barging his way over. South's lead 4-0 early. Conversion attempt to come. And it's Cody Walker doing the goal kicking tonight. And that's a dead set shocker. Cody Walker wouldn't have put that over if there were a couple of goalposts side by side. He gets a 1 point. That's a behind if that were AFL. A point for trying. But here in the NRL, no points for trying, no participation awards, and it remains 4-0. I actually wouldn't mind seeing an exhibition game, right? An exhibition game with Aussie rules posts on the outside of the main rugby league post. And when you're taking those conversions from the sideline, you do actually get a point for getting it close. Just an exhibition style game. Penalty here to Souths. Manly again over enthusiastic, racing up in defence. Cody Walker will put it into touch over the halfway line. Bell, ahoy there. Up the Blues, not the Warriors. Mitchell Vella Sport, you've only got one wrong so far this week. Me too. Warriors. Bloody Warriors. Inside the 30, go the Rabbitohs again. Mawale takes tackle 3. Just for exhibition's sake, UFC. Just a little bit of fun, maybe in a, maybe in an All-Stars match. The NRL All-Stars versus the Indigenous All-Stars. Put a cheeky little goalpost either side of the main goalpost for your bonus points. And also the old system on, for anyone who plays Rugby League Live 4 on the PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, for anyone who plays the video game Rugby League Live 4 and you start your season and you play the Auckland Nines, remember in the Auckland Nines, if you scored under the goalposts, it was worth more points for a try than out wide. Maybe there could be, just for exhibition's sake, I'm just talking about a little bit of fun. I'm not saying we change the rules season long. I just mean exhibition style, one-off matches. Let's have some hot spots in the end goal where tries are worth more. Or maybe zones from the field, like when we were juniors. I remember when I was a kid playing, and you used to get more points for a try if the phase went through 6 or more passes. And I used to play dummy half, so there was pretty much no chance of me ever scoring a try because we were always going for the bonus point try. But anyway, I digress. Manly have the ball here on 0 tackle, bringing it out from their own end. South's leading 4-0. It'll be a tough win for Manly if they can get up tonight. So many players absent. Cherry Evans, Trebojevic, Jake, Ruben Garrick, Holy Moly, Olakawatu, Paseka. Some huge outs. 6 again for Manly as they go up over halfway. Emma Bondo. Ahoy there. Ben Trebojevic takes it to the 30-meter line. Well, funny thing, Michelle, is... Okay, so I went on Google and searched England versus Japan, Rugby Union. And on the main page of Google, England versus Japan, 10 a.m. So I'd planned everything around 10 a.m. I jumped on Stan Sport to get ready for the game. And Stan Sport says, England versus Japan, 3:50 p.m. What? So I looked it up on Google again. England versus Japan, 10 a.m. Right. Stan Sport, 3:50 p.m. Well, since Stan Sport are actually the broadcast partner of rugby in Australia, I'll go by their time. And yes, the game started at 3:50 p.m. I don't know what drugs Google were on when they said that the game was on at 10 a.m. But anyway, it was good. I got to sleep in till after midday. Johnston takes tackle 5 here for the Bunnies, bringing it up from their own end. The kick from inside their own 30 from Whiten. Taken on the full of the back by Hopewade. Offloads here for Tommy Talau. And Talau's wrapped up by the Roosters chasers. Rabbitohs. But anyway, in amongst all that, Michelle, this is my 3rd game tonight. 2 games of rugby, and this is my first game of NRL for the evening. Up over halfway, go Manly. Brooks. Out the back to Hopewade. Coca-Cola steps in field, loses the ball. Souths have it. Knock on called. And it'll be Rabbitohs ball just on their own side of halfway. You thought you had Richie in your multi. Well, you should have had Richie in your multi. %100% completion rate for Souths so far in this game. Oh, you've got Whiten. Oh, jeez. Jai Gray up in the line. Souths take tackle 1 on halfway. When was the last time Jack Whiten scored a try, just out of curiosity? Does anyone know that? A little bit of Wasted World of Sports trivia. I'm legitimately interested to know, when was the last time Jack Whiten scored a try? Through the hands, now Souths go out to the right. The offload to Cody Walker. Walker's wrapped up by Brooks. Last week? Ah, cool. Fifth and last, Walker, crossfield, chip, kick, lost forward. Yeah, that's actually a nice new feature on Sportsbet. Sportsbet with the last 5. When you're doing anytime try score or multis, they actually give you the last 5 matches. Has the player scored? Have they not? You can suss out who's hot, who's cold. It's a really, really nice little addition. It hasn't helped you yet. Manly, hold on. For the time being, at least. 22 minutes remaining in this first half. 4 points to 0. Souths, I've got to say, haven't really asserted the dominance that I was expecting them to put out. As Manly come up with another mistake on halfway. Proud Wiradjuri boys says Jack Whiten has not scored since round 4, 2023. Well, see, that's what I thought, mate. That's what I thought. But apparently, people are saying in the chat room that he scored last week. But, yeah, I am of the same mindset as you, mate. I thought it had been a long time since Jack Whiten's got across the white line. But there you go. Interesting. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who felt like it had been a while. Some tensions flaring out there as this scrum gets ready to pack down. A little bit of push and shove, a little bit of shirt grabbing. 4 points to nil. Souths with the lead. Richie Kenner over the line. Nice and early for our same game multi. And the Bunnies now up over halfway. Cheekham will play it on tackle 2. Kalaumatangi charging forward. Oh, he's a big unit. And that's the third. 30 out from the line. Oh, a set restart. That is a very important 6 again as Whiten collects the ball. Icy Veins says round 14 against the Titans. Jack scored. There we go. We've got a few different answers. A few different answers about Jack Whiten there in the chat room. Walker with the cutout pass. It's tapped down by Coca-Cola. And it'll be 6 more tackles for the Bunnies on the attack. The rain hammering down here. The weather for all the games tonight has been a shambles. Kepi takes the hit up. South's 5 meters out from the line. Cook looks right, goes left. Here's Whiten stepping. Whiten steps back in field, reaches out his meters. He's inside the 2 meters of the try line. So close. Walker now to Jai Gray. Gray straightens, dummies, goes on his own, Gray, and scores the second try for the Rabbitohs. South lead 8 points to nil. The kick to come. Some fabulous work there from Jai Gray. Oh, I didn't do Google. Oh, you're talking about the England-Japan game. Of course. I was going to say I didn't Google the Jack Whiten thing. That was just from my memory. The last time I remember Jack Whiten scoring was in Origin last year. In the dead rubber. Actually, did he play last year in the dead rubber? Don't think he did. A couple of years. God, I don't know. Try confirmed and South's lead 8 points to nil. 18 minutes to go in the first half. Cody Walker had an atrocious attempt at conversion the last time. Let's see if he corrects himself for this one. From just inside the sideline. Strikes this one a little bit better, but it pushes out to the left. It would have been another point for trying in my exhibition-style goalposts. But alas, it's a miss. And the Rabbitohs lead 8 points to 0. Back underway. Rabbitohs leading 8 points to 0. Bringing it out of territory and spilling the ball. Cody Walker on tackle 4. Took his eyes off the prize. Opportunity now for Manly. Cody Walker getting a little ahead of himself there. And a simple dropped ball. And what a chance this is for the Sea Eagles. 35 metres out, right in front of the posts. An opportunity to strike back. Brooks to Coca-Cola, who swivels away from the first tackle. Richie Kenner comes back at him, though, and with the help of Cheekham, they bring him down 30 out from the line. Waddell. Quick play the ball. Here go Manly now out to the right. Shop. Tackled. 10 out. That's the third. Disallowed to Simpkin in midfield. Now they pass it on out to the left. Coca-Cola's got it back again. Wrapped up on the fourth. Brooks just shuffling it along again. Slow here from Manly. Brown in midfield. Now it's released out to Hopawade on the right edge. Fifth and last. 5 out from the line. Terrible pass, but it manages to find its way in field to Brooks, who kicks across field, and it's been lost forward by Souths. They got there in the end, did Manly, and it's a result with 15 minutes to go till the break. A knock on. And Manly will have another full set of 6 here on the attack. Ten metres out from the line, the scrum will be fed right in front of the posts. This would be massive for Manly if they can score a try, and if they convert it as well. It'd be 2 tries to 1, but they'd only be trailing by 2. Six again, for what it's worth. They're on tackle 1. Simply a metre out. Waddell in midfield, fights his way towards the line. He's driven backwards in the tackle. Still a metre short here, Manly. Simpkin fires it out to Brooks. Brooks to Trebojevic. And he's lost the ball, Ben Trebojevic. Oh, that's a huge let-off. What a big mistake. He looks confused. But they've got no captain's challenge, remember. They burnt their challenge early, and he has spilt that ball. In fairness, he dropped it onto the back of Cody Walker. He recovered the ball, but it had already fallen and hit the back of Cody Walker. And I think that's a good call there from the referee. Tommy Turbo up there watching his brother make that mistake and just hanging his head in family shame. 13 minutes until halftime. Rabbitohs leading 8-0 as they bring the ball out from their own end. Burgess on the field. But he dropped it, is the thing. UFC. He dropped it onto the back of Cody Walker. It hit Cody Walker's back. So the reasoning is if the ball doesn't hit Cody Walker's back, it's going to fall on the ground. So it's a clean drop ball. It hit Cody. It was lost forward onto Cody Walker's back. And the fact that it hit his back allowed Ben Trebojevic to regather the ball. Knock on. Through the hands now, go Manly. Towards the left-hand edge, some space opens up. But they go dangerously close to the sideline and now across, but it's taken across by the Rabbitohs. Richie Kenner dives on the loose ball. Manly given a reprieve there, given a gift. And they go up towards halfway on tackle 2. Forty out from the Rabbitohs line now. They go short side. Manly. Brooks takes them on. Lost ball. In the play, the ball. Another mistake. Manly. This is absolute coach-killing stuff from the Sea Eagles. Oh, yeah. A forward pass from dummy half. Still, it wasn't as far forward as the pass from Reece Walsh in the finals last year against the Warriors that was let go for the match-winning try, but still... When you're not wearing a Broncos jersey, I guess you get done for things like that. Scrum down for the Rabbitohs. 40 out from their own line. Tane Milne will take tackle 1. Tallis Duncan's on. He's up over halfway. Whiten feeds it onto Milne. Close to the sideline there. Just staying in the field of play. In these wet conditions, you've obviously got to give yourself a few extra meters on the sidelines. Kalamatangi takes the 4th. They're 30 out here. A kick early from Whiten. I don't know why, because all the Manly players were back. And he's put it straight down the throat of the big giraffe at the back. Jason Saab was waiting for that one. And he just gobbled it up. Says, thank you. Thank you, Jack, for making my life extremely easy. But what's not easy, Manly doing the hard yards at the moment, bringing the ball out of territory. 9 minutes 20 to go to the break. Simpkin spots some space from dummy half. That's the 5th and last. Good purchase on this kick. Gray plants himself under it, takes it on the full. Souths lining up their options. Sloppy play of the ball, but it's worked out all right for them. Johnston away. 30 out from their own line now, the Rabbitohs. This is tackle 3. Jai Arrow gets the offload back to Cook. Cook breaks the first tackle. Cook goes up to halfway for tackle 4. JYD, ahoy there, mate. How are you doing? JYD asks if we think John Farnham is a good buy for the Titans. Oh, the kick is high here from the Rabbitohs. Not a lot of distance and dangerously close to the sideline. Manly collect the ball. A shocking end of set again there from the Bunnies. Cody Walker, high in contact there, gets away with it. But yeah, JYD, we talked about this the other week. Well, I mean, we, not you and I, but on the channel we talked about it last week. John Farnham picked up by the Titans. I think it's a good purchase. I really do think he's a good pickup. It's a big loss for Australian rugby. Fifth and last here for Manly. Brooks puts it high. Jai Gray's under it, takes it, surrenders. Takes the ball well. Where will he play? Well, he's obviously a long-term purchase for the halves. But I'm just wondering if maybe, just maybe, they ease him in through the centres. Fifth and last on the field, says James. James says on the field. 6.5 minutes to go till the halftime break. Manly back in possession, only trailing by 8. Souths could probably be justified in feeling a little bit let down with only an 8-point margin. And a penalty to Manly. Take the 2. He can't tackle, though. Oh, well, then maybe he should play fullback for the Broncos. It'd fit in well. Bullimore's on. Inside the 10 now. Brooks off the hip to Ben Trebojevic, who loses the ball forward again. Ben Trebojevic has got the dropsies out there tonight. Benny Trebojevic's second handle inside the Rabbitohs 10-meter line. His second dropped ball. How many tries has Saab scored in his career? I'm guessing. No, okay, so Michelle, because Michelle doesn't follow the rugby union, so Michelle, we need to fill you in. So, oh, this year, okay. We'll look that up. Does somebody want to look that up? How many tries has Jason Saab scored this year? Yeah, so Michelle, one of the Wallabies players, his name's Carter Gordon, and he has got this silky, smooth, straight locks of blonde hair. So we call him John Farnham. Anyway, he's been signed by the Titans. Souths with the kick in over the top. Oh, Cody Walker's in trouble in back play. Let's keep an eye on this. Cody Walker is clutching his breast in back play. Is Cody Walker going to see this game out? 3 minutes until the halftime break. 8 points to nil. A largely uneventful first half, in all honesty. And a penalty to Manly with 2 minutes 40 to go till the halftime break. And they're challenging this. Souths are challenging this call. The penalty was given to Manly. Souths will obviously be hoping this is just a clean knock on. Let's have a look. Tallis Duncan has got his arm intertwined with the Manly attacker. Damien Cook has got hands around the hips. And that's a clear raking motion. And this will stand as a penalty. Challenge unsuccessful. Both teams now have just completely burnt their captain's challenges. And it is a penalty for Manly. They find touch 40 out from South's line with 2.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Waddell in midfield beats the first tackle. He's wrapped up by Damien Cook. Manly stay on the short side. Here's Brooks, dummy in, going on his own. He'll really be missing Cherry Evans tonight. Will Brooksy. Simpkin. Out it goes to Navale, the debutant. They're 20 out to Lau. Dummies. Passes out to Hopewade. Change of direction for Hopewade, running back into midfield. That's the fourth. Simpkin slips. Fifth and last for Manly. Not really offering too much threat at the moment. Brooks on the left puts the grubber kick through and diving. Oh, connecting the knee to the face is Brooks. Jai Arrow has collected incidental contact, to be fair. But Brooks puts the grubber kick through, chasing his own kick. Jai Arrow dives on the loose ball and then collects Brooks' knee to the face. And considering he tried to kill James Tedesco in State of Origin a few years back, it couldn't have happened to a nicer bloke. I've obviously never moved on from that Jai Arrow attempted murder on live television of an unconscious James Tedesco. And I'm not talking about fake unconscious like Reece Walsh the other week. I'm talking genuine unconscious and Jai Arrow with attempted murder on live television of James Tedesco. Off the hip, Jai Gray takes it up inside the 40. Rabbitohs go back on the attack. Cook from dummy half finds some space. It's knocked down by Manly with 30 seconds remaining. Will there be time for the scrum? Souths, they should be racing in to bind. Time off on the clock, 19 seconds in this first half. Gray creates a 2-on-1. Well wrapped up, though, by Coca-Cola. 9 seconds to go. This could be the last tackle of the first half. They get play the ball away. Here they go out to the left. Cody Walker's got it. The double pump out to Alex Johnston. Alex Johnston slides for the corner. Throws the ball back in field, but it's gone forward. Oh, that would have been an amazing end to the first half, and it would have been fantastic for our same game multi. Alex Johnston couldn't quite make it. So close, yet so far. Sliding towards the line was Alex Johnston. Had to throw it back in. That would have been great for our multi. Not to be. So we go into half-time. 8 points to nil. The Bunnies with the lead. We've got one tick off the multi. Richie Kenner. Manly haven't even looked threatening, to be honest. They've been down South's end of the field a few times, but have not really looked like threatening the try line. proud winner Judy Boys says, Dan, can you send me a water bottle? I don't know, mate. I've got I don't really have water bottles, but I've got quite a few empty Captain Morgan's bottles laying about the place. And some mixing bottles to go with it. Don't know about any water. I might not be able to help with that one. I might not be the best person to ask for water. Half-time break, 8-0, Rabbitohs. Manly, where are their points going to come from? What was the scene on what was the Metalocalypse scene about hang on. Metalocalypse. It was about water and bleach being the same thing. Bleach is okay, yeah. Bleach is healthy. It's mostly water, and we're mostly water, so therefore we are bleach. DJ Shack says, Dan, did you see Junior Ponga's vicious high tackle on Connor Tracy? I didn't see any of that game, DJ Shack. I was busy doing the rugby union, of course, and I haven't seen any highlights yet. JYD says, who's Reece Walsh? Reece Walsh would fit in very well playing quarterback in the NFL. And he is also a potential Oscar Award winner for feigning being knocked out the other week in State of Origin. I should make some metal water of Wasted Water Sports. Yeah, well, we are. You know what? I actually noticed that Wasted Water Sports, we've got all these different sort of T-shirts that I make based on sayings from the show. But what we don't have is an actual just plain standard looking Wasted Water Sports, just plain logo merchandise. And I've got to say, that's on me. That's on me for not realizing. I was thinking about it the other night. I'm like, hang on. We don't have just plain Wasted Water Sports logo merchandise. I do all this other stuff based off things that get said during the streams, but where's just the straight channel branding thing? So anyways, I will work towards amending that. Have we got a Reece Walsh stress ball? I should do Reece Walsh Oscar Awards. Limited edition Reece Walsh Oscar Awards. in bloody honor of State of Origin #1. Proud Widow Jury Boy says, is Junior Poga Kalen Ponga's brother? No, different different spelling. Similar pronunciation. Mark Bowie, ahoy there, mate. Ricky, Christ alive. How do I say this? Can I just call you Ricky T? Ricky T says you need an energy drink line called Wasted Water. Nice. Ricky 10 toes down. Oh, okay. Is that the way to do it? Ricky 10 toes down. You sound like, and I don't mean this in an offensive way, obviously, but Ricky 10 toes down. Why does that sound like you're from like a mafia movie or something? The Don's sitting there and it's like, we need to sort this out. This sounds like a job for Ricky 10 toes down. Send the word out to him. Latrell's brother is not playing tonight. No. Shaq Mitchell not out there tonight. Oh, man, we've had such a good day, seriously. Disappointing games of rugby. I've got to admit, I was a little disappointed in the rugby today. I thought that, I really did think that Japan would put up a better effort against England, and I was devastated at how poor the Chiefs were. I mean, all credit to the Blues. The Blues, over the course of the season, deserved winners of Super Rugby 2024, but geez, the Chiefs were disappointing. They didn't even fire a shot, really. And once again, it concerns me as an All Black supporter. It concerns me, Damien McKenzie at number 10 in a big game has been found out once more. I am very, very concerned about the All Blacks moving forward if D-Mac is the answer at number 10. But anyway, I digress. Half-time here. 8-0 the Rabbitohs over Manly. I'm going to have myself a quick break here on the Waste to World of Sports. And we'll be right back for the second half action after this. Thanks for being with us. All right, Waste of World of Sports half time here. 8-0, a low scoring affair. Rather uneventful match as well, to be honest, between the Bunnies and the Sea Eagles, but still, Rabbitohs with the lead. That's what I've tipped. That's what I was anticipating would happen. I thought they might have had a little bit more of a lead, though, to be honest. Wednesday, yes, State of Origin. Dan, which is me. Why am I talking about myself in the third person? Me, Michelle, and the old Panther covering State of Origin number 2. Begrudgingly, I think. No, I actually have... I wouldn't say confidence is not the word, but yeah, confidence is definitely not the word. But I do think Blues for game 2 quite comfortably. Game 3 might be a different story. Game 3 at Suncorp, Fortress Suncorp, is going to be a little bit. I mean, it'll take a massive effort for New South Wales. Queensland have once again done the job by getting that first win in New South Wales. But confidence is not the word, but I do expect New South Wales to win game 2. DJ Shack says, Dan, I'd pick Harry Plummer over Damien McKenzie. Less X factor, but more of a great game manager and great defender and world-class goal kicker. Absolutely. What I saw tonight, he was perfect with the kicking tee, was Harry Plummer. And a very, very solid performer. And great value for commentary as well, potentially. Because if he ever has his pants pulled down, right? If Harry Plummer, playing for the All Blacks, has his or anyone, has his pants pulled down, then the lines about Plummer's crack just write themselves. So based on tonight, it would be impossible to argue that Harry Plummer has perhaps got himself ahead of D-Mac in All Black discussions. But we'll see. We'll see what Scotty Razor Robertson has in store. I've got to, honestly, I'll say if Scott Razor Robinson says Damien McKenzie is the answer at 10, I have the utmost faith in Scotty Robertson that Damien McKenzie is the answer at 10. I don't see it personally, but if Scott Robertson, Razor, says D-Max the 10, I'm not going to question Scotty Razor. Teams coming back out here for the second half. 8-0. The Rabbitohs holding on to that slender lead. Jesus. All right, I don't know if you guys heard that on the stream, but the dogs have found something to bark at out there. Second half about to get underway. Rabbitohs with the kickoff. Proud Wiradjuri boys. Sean Johnson can't have more than a year or two left, I would think. I would say that SJ clearly winding down. Manly with the ball. Burgess puts on a big hit. Matthew Colin. I want to say Colin. Matthew Colin. But is the pronunciation legitimately Coughlin? I feel like there might be a little bit of a cheeky silent letter in there. It might be Colin. Straight through the middle goes Lawton, looking for support out wide, and it's knocked on by Tommy Talau. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce things. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce things in the chat room, and in amongst all of that, Manly have gone straight up the middle and then come up with the error. Oh, it's Irish. I won't get it. Okay. Even though I am part Irish. A very small part. Scrum down for the Bunnies. Manly with the mistake. Letting Souths off the hook there. Slicing through the middle. Kalamatangi takes it up to the 40. And a penalty. Oh, a lost ball. Kalamatangi with the spilt ball. Oh, Matthew, you were at the big Titans win earlier at Seabus. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, indeed. Seabus Stadium, Gold Coast. Kind of just down the highway for me, down the freeway. Scrum down here for Manly. DJ Shack. The most infuriating thing for me watching rugby league are the big piggies, the forwards. The big forwards getting themselves in at first receiver. Why? Sod off out of there. I don't understand it. But anyway, Tommy Talau takes it up here for Manly. A chance early in the second half. They're 10 out from the line on tackle 4. Here's Navale. Surrenders on the 5th and last. Just to the right of the posts. They stay on the left. Brooks runs across the face of the defence. Out the back it goes to Hopper Wade. And what an absolute waste of a 5th tackle option. Complete and total waste from Manly there. Matthew, I unfortunately go for the Sharks. What can I say? Could be worse, though. I could go for the Broncos. Like certain people. Souths now. Arrow with the offload. Back to Cook. Cook finds some space. Links up with Gray. Gray goes straight up the middle. Gets the pass out wide that's intercepted by Jason Saab. And Manly survive that threat. The gigantic go-go gadget arms of Jason Saab. All that stood between an intercept and a try right there. Pushing the pass, Souths. They had tackles up their sleeve. They could have gone to ground there and reset. The Bunnies, though, looking threatening. Ricky Tentoes says, go the Finns. Oh, how great, honestly, how great was that, despite the result? Irrespective of the result, How entertaining and how much fun was that Dolphins Storm game the other night, huh? I mean, that was so much fun to cover. I enjoyed it from start to finish. A very enjoyable match to call. See, when you're doing commentary, when you're calling games, regardless of who you go for, all you can hope for is a good contest. And that was a great contest from start to finish. Penalty here to the Bunnies. Pressure on the neck in the tackle. And Souths can put this into touch. 40 out from their own line. Burgess rumbles up for the Bunnies. Takes 3 to bring him down. Kalaumatangi over halfway. Backs into the defense. This is good field position for Souths. Tallis Duncan now on the march. And they get a 6 again here, Souths. They get a set restart. 25 out from the line. Cook to Walker. Inside ball to Burgess. Burgess draws in the defense. They're 10 meters out now on tackle 3. Looking very dangerous here. Souths. Kalaumatangi pops it up to Duncan. Duncan's a meter short. Almost had the arms free. Kalaumatangi in at first receiver. Why? It's just brought the play to a complete halt. And Kalaumatangi surrenders for the 5th and last. 10 out from the line. Duncan in at first receiver on the 5th and last. To Cody Walker to put the kick in. And that just put pressure on the kick. And Cody Walker has overcooked it. And it's a 7-tackle set now for Manly. And this comes back to what we were talking about, DJ Shack and I in the chat room. Forwards getting themselves in at first receiver. Like, bugger off. You don't need to be there unless you're taking a hit up early in the tackle count. Bugger off. Tallis Duncan got himself in at first receiver there on the 5th and last. It went to Duncan, out to Cody Walker. It put pressure on Cody Walker's kick. It took time away from his 5th tackle option kick. And he pushed it dead for a 7-tackle set. I don't understand it. Forwards, get out of the way. Anyway, Manly have taken this ball over the sideline. Michelle says, do you think Tallis Duncan's parents are big Gaudy Tallis fans? Oh, because they called him Tallis. Yeah, possibly. I know, obviously, right? It took me a moment. Alfred from PNG. Ahoy there, mate. Ah, interesting, Ricky. Thank you. Thank you very much for the feedback. I hadn't really thought about it. Is there a way to get a dark mode on the written commentary? It'll be easier to read. I will look into that, mate. I'd not really thought about it, but that makes a lot of sense, actually. You know, white on the screen like that. Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you very much for that. I'll look into that. Very much appreciate the feedback. Yeah. No, that's very, very valuable insight, Ricky. I can't do anything about it now, obviously, but yeah, maybe for the next stream, it's feedback well worth taking on board, and I thank you for it. Up over halfway, go Manly on the 5th and last. 20 out from the line. Their own line here, Souths. With 29 and a half minutes to go. Getting the offload away. Mamazoulis up towards the halfway line. South ball. Gray pops it up. Mamazoulis again. And there's Richie Kenner. They're 40 out from the line. Cook in at first receiver. Of course I've seen it, USC. Tom Green is like a massive comedic inspiration for me. Wow, back when I used to have my show called Bogans on the Run, we were on TV in Canada straight after the Tom Green show on Mania TV. Yeah, love Tom Green. Manly with the ball back. This has been a bludger of a game, hasn't it? Brown to Ben Trebojevic, bobbles the ball, manages to gather it in this time. Fifth and last. Brooks, 40 out from South's line, puts it high down the middle. Taken by Jai Gray at the back, beats the first chaser. Brings it back to the 20-meter line. (27:40) left in this contest. Richie Kenner down the short side. Large portions of this game played in between the 40-meter lines. Here's Whiten now. Haven't said his name for a while. The pass back to Whiten. I get to say it twice in 10 seconds. Souths go up over halfway on the fourth. Cody Walker just shuffles it along here to Gordon Tallis Duncan. That might be his new name. Let's see if that sticks. Gordy Tallis Duncan. Fifth and last down the short side. Whiten puts it high. Saab gets under the ball and brings it back for Manly. And this bludger of a game continues. You don't wish anything wrong against anybody, but we're kind of just a mistake or something just to spark this game into life as Sipley comes onto the field here for Manly. In fairness, JYD, Cody Walker is carrying that breast injury, so he might not be up to a running game. A full running game tonight as Nathan Brown charges forward, gets the offload away. Fifth and last now for Manly. 30 out from the line. Brooks puts it high. They let it bounce here, the Bunnies, and it's tapped down by Manly and into the waiting arms of Jacob Gagai. And Souths can bring this ball out. Whiten goes on a dart. Well wrapped up. So for the commentary text there, what are we thinking? Like maybe like a grey, white, a slightly off-white text on a grey background. Damien Cook goes on a run. Across field, beats one, beats two, keeps the ball alive. Back in midfield to Sean Kepi. And Kepi's taken down on the fifth and last. 15 out from the line here, South. They go short side to Walker. Puts the grubber kick in behind the line. And it's taken by Hopewade at the back, but it'll be a goal line dropout. As a matter of fact, it'll be a penalty. to the Rabbitohs. Bolder text. Bolder text. Okay, so it's not necessarily so much the color, it's just the okay, yeah. It's not so much necessarily the color. We could soften the white, bold the text. A couple of meters out from the line here. Walker is caught. Runs back midfield. 10 meters out in front of the post. Cody Walker plays it on tackle 3. Here's Damien Cook to Whiten. The inside ball to Jai Arrow. No, Michelle, not the chat text. The commentary text. There, in the boxes. Yeah, not the chat room. The actual stuff on screen. In the gameplay. Is what they're talking about, I believe. How about a nice sky blue on a background of navy blue? A lot of blue. Does anyone watch Red Dwarf? It's just like when Red Dwarf, when Arnold Rimmer was changing the color scheme of the ship from the dowdy old ocean grey to the new and fresh military grey. Off for a HIA goes Jai Arrow. If I'm not mistaken, that's his second one of the night, so he'll pretty much be done. I dare say he'll basically be done for the night. Oh, JYD, I think it depends on the... Like, if anyone's watching... If anyone's joining Wasted World of Sports on a phone, I was never expecting anyone on a phone to be able to follow along with the text. But we have over 50% of the Wasted World of Sports audience tune in via television. So I feel like it's a nice addition for television viewers. And that's why I have it there. JYD. On a TV, that commentary text is nice and big, and it just it can follow along with what's happening. Short restart here, and Manly have the ball from the short restart. Jason Saab, the big giraffe. Yeah, well, that's it, JYD. I figure it's there for people who have the accessibility to see it and follow it. And if not, I mean, I think it's better than just my big ugly mug taking up 90% of the screen. You know what I mean? I don't see a point of doing a thing like this without scores and stats and other things like multis taking up a majority of the screen. I don't want to do a stream where it's my ugly mug in a big picture in the middle of the screen. You know, I'm very happy here on in my little corner up on the top left hand side. Souths with the ball back. Tackle 3. Up over halfway. Here's Whiten going on a dart on his own. Fifth and last now for Souths. 30 out from the line. Short side. Whiten puts it high into the corner to the tallest man on the paddock, but he's been out-jumped by Alex Johnston. The pass back into midfield to Cheekham, and Cheekham's caught for the handover. 5 meters out from the line. Well, actually, when they score tries, Ricky Tentos, it's just been a really, it's actually been, honestly, like a shit game for that. But when they score a try, it actually is the color of the team. So, for example, when South scores tries, it's a green background with white text, and the player who scores the try, their picture is on the panel, if you know what I mean. It just so happens that this game has been extremely low scoring, very, very few panel updates on the goddamn thing. So under normal circumstances, I suppose it doesn't stand out as much as it has tonight with the intensity of the white background. But I can definitely decrease the intensity of that white background. Yeah. So we'll see. There's 20 minutes to go. We'll see if somebody comes up with some more points as Jai Gray is suffering from cramp. It really has been, JYD, a disappointing game. I mean, it's been a good old-fashioned dogfight, this one. The old grind. I was expecting a little bit more. But we'll see. We'll see when some points get scored. If some more points get scored, yeah, it's the color of the team who scored that matches what's down the bottom on the scoreboard. So, you know, Rabbitohs green, Manly maroon, obviously, and the player's picture next to the try. So we'll see. No, either way, honestly, all valuable feedback. Even UFC's there. UFC said that my friend through the hands now. Souths create some space. Gagai down the sideline. Steps Hopawade and is pulled down 5 meters out. Here we go. Try scorer is inbound. Fifth and last. Souths. Gray across the face of the post. It goes to Mamazoulis, and Souths come up with the error. The spilt ball. Play on, says the referee. Tapped down by Jason Saab. Tapped down by Jason Saab. Knock on Manly. And this is a result for Souths. They are trying to oblige right now by giving us some try scorers. Michelle says this game is sending me into my third nap of the day. Third nap. Lucky you. I haven't had a nap yet. I managed to get the one big sleep up until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. I think I woke up, in all honesty. Short side go the Bunnies. Slow to get up and play the ball, trying to milk the penalty there. I think Kepi. A meter out from the line. Ricky Tento says, you remind me a little bit of Ricky off Trailer B. Oh, Trailer Park Boys. Oh, well, at least that's... somebody said the other day... who's that rapper that just did the... There's a rapper that just... Anyway, what I'm saying, I suppose, is people usually associate me with other fat boys, which is fine, because I know I'm quite extremely overweight myself. I don't even try and dismiss that fact, but it's just funny when people come in and it's like, oh, you remind me of such and such. It's always like some other fat ass. It'll be Jack Black or some rapper Cheeseburger or something. I don't know. Just did a song with Falling in Reverse. I know Michelle hates Falling in Reverse, so maybe she knows who I'm talking about. Falling in Reverse. Did a song with some... Oh, Jelly Roll. Cheeseburger. Goddamn Cheeseburger, I said. No, Jelly Roll was the one I got the other day. It's like, hey, you remind me of Jelly Roll. Or, hey, you look like Conrad Thompson. I'm like, why do I remind everybody of other fat asses? Oh, yeah. Yeah. The fact that I'm a raging fat ass. Anyway, I digress. Ollie is the best says, have a guess how old Jonathan is. Oh, I don't know. A wild guess. Jesus. Just turned 18. I don't know. Manly on the attack here. 16 minutes to go. They are yet to break the donut, but they're on the attack. 30 meters out from the line. Brooks with the inside pass to Hopewade. Hopewade keeps it alive. Out it goes now to Tommy Talau. Mark Tukey, yeah. Mark Tukey's a big boy. I actually played a game of charity rugby with Mark Tukey. Son of a bitch can hit. Let me just say that. That big son of a bitch can still hit. Through goes Tommy Talau for the line. Reaches out and plants it down, and Manly are well and truly back into this now. Tommy Talau is over. And it's a try for Manly. 8 points to 4. Kick to come. Is this try going to be confirmed, though? Keep an eye on Kalaumatangi here. Kalaumatangi's been taken out by Ben Condom. Benny Condom has gone through the line and taken him out, and this will be obstruction penalty. By the way, his name's Condon. I'm just being an idiot. Penalty to Souths. Very lucky for me, Tommy Talau was not in my multi. $15 minutes to go. Souths take it up over halfway. LeBlanc, Matt LeBlanc. No, I've been waiting for that all night, DJ Shaq. I've been looking at the team sheets, and I've just been waiting for that son of a bitch to get on the field all night long so that I could whip that one out. You know me well. Manly back in possession, though. Another mistake from Souths. Nathan Brown in midfield. Onto James. Inside the last 15 minutes, Ben Trebojevic. Told to go back and play the ball there is Burbo. 30 out from the line. Brown lures it forward. Play on, says the referee. 6 again, says the referee. Six more tackles. 13 minutes remain. Manly. Can they break this donut? Shop takes tackle 2. 20 out from the line. Options left and right. They go right to Talau. Talau runs back in field. Beats the first tackle. Takes 2 to bring him down. A couple of meters out from the line. Short pass to James. A meter short. Brooks, cutout pass. Right onto the chest of Coca-Cola, who spills it forward. And Souths will come away with the ball. Well defended. Coca-Cola with the big mistake. All right, what's happening? Souths have the ball. 11 and a half minutes to go. Proud Widow Judy boys. Oh, what's my nickname? Dan, what's your nickname? Just Dan. I don't need a nickname. Dan is short enough as it is. Souths put the kick down, taken at the back. And Manly. This dire old game continues. Honestly. Bullymore takes it up for Manly. Oh, this is a good set of six. Fourth tackle, 40 metres out from the line. Brown in at first receiver for some goddamn reason. Honestly, I don't understand it. Forwards getting in the way of first receiver play. The high ball puts pressure on Jai Gray. He does extremely well at the back to take it. Surrenders in the tackle. It really has been a boring, boring game. Mucka pucka. 100%. I respect the grind. I really do. I respect the grind big time, but geez, this has been like next level dire. Kepi up over halfway here for the Rabbitohs. Benora Debasham says, I think 8 is the full-time score for the Rabbitohs. Whiten down the short side, puts it high. Taken to the back by Hopewade for Manly. 9.5 minutes to go. It's been a dire old game, but this sort of contest, I mean, this last 10 minutes could be intense. Just based on the closeness of the score. We could be in for a little bit of a spectacle to end, at least. Brown from the back fence. That's more like it. Yeah, Springboks versus Wales, 11 p.m. South Africa, Wales. Rugby International coming up later tonight. Damien Cook back onto the field. 8.5 minutes to go. Souths holding on to this 8 points to nil lead. A little bit slow and headless movements here. Fifth and last, Walker in midfield. Puts it high. Hopowate's under it for Manly. Saab goes on his own. Big leg drive here. Jason Saab, the big giraffe. It takes 3 to bring him down. You know what? Honestly, JYD, if Manly, every time they got down into South's territory, took a field goal, it'd probably be 8-8 now. If they were successful with the drop goals, of course. Wouldn't that be an interesting game? 8 points to 0 down. Manly just go into South's territory and plug a drop goal over every time they get down there. And they make it 8-8 by the back end of the match. That'd be hilarious. Still fifth and last here for Manly. Brooks gets away from the tackle. Fires it inside to Coca-Cola, who keeps it alive. Navale fires it across field to Hopewade. Harbour Bridge pass out. Saab. Back it goes to Shop, who puts the kick in, and the kick is a little too heavy. And it's a 7-tackle set for the Rabbitohs. Australia's playing in the cricket tomorrow. Who are they playing? Is it worth a stream? Are they playing somebody good? Ah, yeah. Hey, look, honestly, Afghanistan are no walkovers. A great bowling attack, the Afghanis. Some fantastic spin bowlers as Cook dummies almost goes through a gap. 40 out from the line, back on the attack go the Rabbitohs. 6 again, and it's kicked from Whiten. Jack Whiten didn't realise they just had a set restart. Jack Whiten did not hear the call of a 6 again, and he's kicked it on tackle 1. Giving the ball back to Manly, a metre out from their own try line. 5.5 minutes remain. They've got to think about a try very, very soon. Brown to Ben Trebojevic. 5th and last now for Manly on the halfway line. They stay short side. The kick down to Jai Gray for the Rabbitohs. Honestly, this game, I appreciate the grind, as I said, but it's really made for some... close to the sideline here, the Bunnies firing the pass back infield. But Jacob Gagai has been deemed to have gone into touch. And a chance for Manly, just a little sniff here for the Sea Eagles. With 4.5 minutes to go, they'll have the ball 20 or 30 metres out from the Rabbitohs try line. 30 metres it is. Silly play there from the Bunnies. I mean, that is not good game management. Brown in at first receiver again. Can the big son of a bitch just sod off? It just slows the plays down. Why is Nathan Brown inserting himself in at first receiver so often? There he is again, but the cutout pass out to Bullymore. Even the bloody Manly players are getting sick of Nathan Brown being there at first receiver. Brooks with the pop pass off the chest to Condon, and Condon spills it. Souths have it again. 3.5 minutes to go. I really do feel like this will be the full-time score. 8 points to 0. You get that vibe that it's just a scrappy old dire game. 3 minutes remain, 8 points to 0. You'd say Souths are in control. Well, yeah, Souths are definitely in control of this contest. Even, hey, JYD, even if they made it 8 points to 6, like honestly, every time that they've been down this end of the field, just take a pot at field goal. It could have been 8 points to 6. Scoreboard pressure. Sports Baby with the Michael Jordan, Air Jordan logo as the avatar. Manly stuffed that up. Yep, penalty here to Souths. With under 3 minutes remaining, Cody Walker puts this into touch. And Souths, a full set of 6 here. 35 out from the line. Milne taps and goes. Gets the offload back to Damien Cook. Cook is wrangled down by Jason Saab. Moale Big leg drive there from David Mawale. 10 metres out from the line now. Souths looking to put this game well and truly to bed. Kalaumatangi, 5 out from the line. On tackle 3. Just to the right of the post. Walker. On it goes to Whiten. Keeping it out to the left. Tackle 4. Arrow in at first receiver. Loose pass. Pops up nicely for Jai Gray, who beats Brooks. Is then taken down. 5 out from the line. 5th and last. Cook puts the grubber kick in. Looking for Kalaumatangi. And Kalaumatangi will score the try. Keon Kalaumatangi scores. And there we go. Finally, we get to see the alternative background on the text commentary that I was talking about. Keon Kalaumatangi with the try. South's guaranteed victory now. 12 points to nil. The kick to come from right in front will surely make it 14 points to nil. Kalaumatangi scores. Yeah, so there you go. Like, I completely see the point now. Like, the non-white background is just... I mean, it's still a little bit small. Okay, so here's what we can do for the next stream. Here's what we can do. We can boost the text size. I reckon we can bump up the text size. And we'll change the white background to something off-white. Yeah, because those coloured try-scoring and conversion things are so much clearer than the rest of it. But we can still do with a boosted text size. But there we go. Conversion successful. And Souths lead this 14 points to nil. Kalaumatangi with the try. Inside the last minute of this game. The kickoff is way too heavy. And it's out on the full. And that will be a penalty on halfway to Souths. Manly just getting it wrong again. The kickoff way too deep. Penalty on halfway here for the Bunnies. "19 seconds remain. Damien Cook looks extremely confused. They tap. They go. Kalaumatangi takes the hit up. 12 seconds left. Souths will be very happy, I expect, with the 14 points difference. Time is up on the clock. 14 points to nil, Souths. It was a bludger of a game, but the Rabbitohs get the win in the end. 14 points to Zippo. Donuts for Manly. And an absolute atrocity on the same game multi again. So Wasted World of Sports, Wednesday night, State of Origin number 2. State of Origin, game number 2. Michelle will be here again. The old Panther will be here again. Can New South Wales rescue the series? I think they can. But we'll see. We'll have to wait and see, of course. I go in confidence, as I said, is not the word, but I do anticipate a New South Wales victory here in the second game. Sports Baby says play Origin at the end of the year. JYD had the Rabbits 13 plus, but needed Cody Walker to score. Close. Close. Ilona Kruger says, thank you for the commentary. Cheers. DJ Shack says, the words you're looking for are cautious optimism. See, I love having people like DJ Shack in the chat room that like, they become my wordsmiths. Sometimes I'll say things that it takes me. Sometimes maybe I'll go through like 3 or 4 sentences to spit something out, and then a DJ Shack or James or a UFC will pop up in the chat room and just go, we'll sum this up for you, Dan, in like 2 words. Cautious optimism. Forgive my drunk ass for unnecessary words. Quentin Paul says no overs because of the rain and players missing. More so the rain, I would say, Quentin Paul, than players missing. Because both squads were still pretty solid. In fairness, both squads were still pretty solid. So I would put most of it down to the conditions. Proud Wiradjuri Boys says seagulls are pigs. They eat our hot chips. Quentin Paul is just happy that the Rabbits won. Ricky Tentos says cheers for the live stream. Cheers. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go eat because my fat ass is hungry. My jelly roll Jack Black ass is starving. So I'm going to grab some food. And coming up later tonight here on the Wasted World of Sports, Springboks versus Wales. We're back into rugby union. Springboks versus Wales. Coming up on the Wasted Water Sports. Don't forget Discord. For anyone who's interested in post-stream chats and shenanigans, we quite often hit up the Discord. I can probably grab a link, actually. Rather than just talking about it, I can probably grab a link for the Discord for anyone who might be interested. Let's see. Settings. Oh, no. Invite. It's right there. Invite. Copy link. There we go. All right. I can just about manage this. So yeah, we'll share that out. The Wasted Water Sports Discord link. There we go. And yes, we'll be back later tonight, Wasted Water Sports, for Springboks versus Wales. I'll be on Discord for chats post this game for anyone interested. Thank you so much for your company in this one. Very much appreciated. Oh, hang on. Wait, before I go, James has said, Ron Jeremy movie, do you think Jack Black plays Ron? I can see that. I can see that. Although I suspect... no, I can see that. I can. Absolutely. Orgasmo remake starring Jack Black instead of Ron Jeremy. All right. Wasted Water Sports, thank you so much for your company as always. Very much appreciated. I'll catch you on Discord. Or I will catch you for the Springboks Wales game in about an hour and a half or thereabouts. Thank you so much. Cheers.
The wasted world of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.